The life and literature of William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is considered the greatest writer who ever lived. He is the second most quoted writer in the English language, right after the many compositors of the Bible. Although his actual date of birth is unknown, Shakespeare's baptism records state he was baptized at the Holy Trinity Church in Stratford-upon-Avon, England, on the 26th of April, 1564. It is estimated that he was born on April 23, 1564. The majority of Shakespeare's life is shrouded in mystery, as many years of his life is unknown due to the lack of documentation.
Not much is known about Shakespeare's early life, but we do know his mother, Mary Arden, was a local heiress, and his father, John Shakespeare, was a glove maker and leather merchant. William was the third of 8 children. His 2 sisters before him died from what is believed to be the bubonic plague.
The rest of his siblings lived until adulthood except for Anne Shakespeare. Unfortunately, she died at age 8 when William was only 15. This took a depressive toll on William and his family and could have highly impacted his outlook on life.
The bubonic plague caused a large panic during Shakespeare's lifetime, which is throughout the Elizabethan period. The disease killed about 50% of Europe's population at the time.
Shakespeare lived in terror of contracting the disease, and being surrounded by so much death could have shaped his personal perspective of the world. It's very possible these deaths had a great impact on works like 7 Inches of Man with cynical outlooks and Romeo and Juliet with so many tragic deaths.
There are not many records indicating where he was educated, but we believe that he attended King's School at Stratford. It is certain, however, that he did not attend university.
Records hold that William Shakespeare married a woman by the name of Anne Hathaway on November 28, 1582.
At the time, he was 18 years old and she was 26 years old and several months pregnant.
There are theories this marriage was forced because of Anne's pregnancy, which could suggest he felt limited. I personally strongly believe in the theory that Shakespeare had various lovers throughout his life, and this could explain why he explored the deep feelings of lust and love through many of his writings.
Shakespeare's first daughter, Susanna, was born in 1583, and in 1585 his twins Judith and Hamnet were born. Shakespeare's historical documents become very unclear in the 7 years following the birth of his twins, and these are referred to by many as his lost years. It is known that his son, Hamnet, died at age 11 of unknown causes.
In 1592, Shakespeare arrives in London. He comes back into record and he starts writing. Shakespeare's writings can be divided into 4 periods. His early stages of writing, which were before 1595, consist of an optimistic period, and here Shakespeare explores the topics of love, especially young love, and wonder.
The most recognized works of this period include Romeo and Juliet, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Richard II.
In his second period of writing, from 1595 to 1601, William Shakespeare matured in age, so his writing gained a humanistic and realistic feel.
The works that stood out the most during this period are Henry V, The Merchant of Venice, and As You Like It. In one of Shakespeare's poems, which is actually an excerpt of the play As You Like It, the speaker Jackass compares the world to a stage and depicts everyone as actors.
In the 7 Ages of Man, the speaker explains the 7 different stages a person experiences through their life, ranging from infancy to second childishness. The descriptions that are given to each stage worsen with negativity as the poem progresses. This pattern can be seen through Shakespeare's own life, since as he aged, he was exposed to more and more deaths.
Unfortunately, in 1601, Shakespeare's father passes away. This launches his 3rd period of writing, which is consequently filled with tragedies.
Some works that display this are Julius Caesar, Othello, and Hamlet. One of the most famous quotes in the play Hamlet is,
"To be or not to be? That is the question."
Shakespeare's last period of writing is from 1608 to 1613. His mother, who was a sweet and kind-hearted person, passed away in 1608, and this is probably why Shakespeare displayed a more tender and more gentle tone in his writings of this period.
This tone is illuminated in works such as Cymbeline, The Winter's Tale, and The Tempest. Shakespeare was not only a playwright, but also a poet. There are 154 sonnets accredited to him, which he began writing for economic reasons. When the theaters shut down due to the bubonic plague, Shakespeare resorted to sonnets. Shakespeare was buried on April 25, 1616 in Holy Trinity Church in Stratford. It is believed he died on April 23rd that same year, but the cause is unknown. His grave is underneath the church and a plaque reads, "Good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear, to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones." A memorial bust was built near his grave a few years after his death. This is where many visit to pay tribute to one of the greatest writers who ever lived.